Well, we've come out to the Roberts Center show. We're out here in Wilmington, Ohio, 70 miles from Cincinnati and 70 miles from Columbus. So we're right in the middle, and we thought we'd take a shot out here in front of, we thought this was a firefighter with a kid on his shoulder. We never got this far out into the area around the Roberts Center, but as you can see, it's an organ grinder with a monkey. Pretty nice, huh? We're going to go inside and take a look and see what's around. This is the June show, 2016. So let's see what they got in there. Well, we've come over here into the show, and the first table that we came to is Jack Hundley. Jack's from Louisville, and he's been around the business a long time. He deals with handguns as well as daggers, and we were kind of captivated by this NPEA dagger that he has here. This is what we refer to as the student leaders model, and it's a Carl Eichhorn piece. It's in really fantastic condition. I'll show you on the back the trademark. Have the nice Carl Eichhorn mark, and there's also a school marking on this. If that's a B, it stands for Bensburg, but I don't know if it's a B or not without putting my glasses on.
Yeah, it's a B. It's a B.
But I think it is. Jack says it's a B. And then the nice scabbard that goes with it. Beautiful paint. This original olive drab paint is remarkable. That it really is great. This also has a lug on it that's bigger than a lot of the lugs you see on Eichhorns, but you do see these occasionally, the longer type. And what's really great too, this is one of the rare NPEAs that actually has the proper frog. See, it's not most of them you see somebody slugged on a bayonet frog, and it's too small for it. This one you can see is just the right size. It exactly sculpts the scabbard. So if you're looking for an investment quality piece, this has all the bells and whistles. Oh yeah, there's a number on the back of the frog also. It's a nice piece. Jack has other things too. He's got a nice RLB officer here too. It looks like it's got the aluminum fittings on the hilt, and you see that once in a while on the later pieces because the material shortages to use nickel and so forth, so they went to aluminum.
Yeah, I like that Art Deco eagle. Isn't that cool? That's a great crossguard.
Yeah, the Art Deco look in the RLBs is terrific.
I love that.
Yeah.
Class act.
All right, Jack, we thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Yeah, we've come down a little further in the show, and this showcase has some terrific political leader armbands. There's 5 of them there, all really beauties. That's the one nice thing about this OVMS show. It's mostly a dealer show, but you can really see some good things here, and at the same time usually get a wholesale price. And we pan over a little to the right, you'll also see a Navy dagger there. Look at the knot on that thing. Look how that knot has toned. I mean, that's just incredible. What a desirable knot that is. A lot of you guys call them gold knots, but they're not really gold. They're silver bullion that, because of the toning over the years, they have a gold look to them. So let's see what else is here. Now we're continuing along in the show here. We got a lot of nice material here, hangers, some knots, some flags. A lot of nice badges. Pretty much anything and everything you would ever want to find at these tables. look at the amount of hangers, SS tabs. And looking further over, lots of really nice daggers. Most with reasonable prices. Yeah, we're looking at a pretty nice NSKK helmet. The leather is good. The insignia is really nice, and it's got a good liner and so forth. It's hard to find one that's in this kind of condition. See how nice the liner is? Still got the size in it, number 58, if you can see that. You know, these are always a worthwhile purchase because you can put them next to an NSKK dagger. It looks terrific. I think we'll buy this one. Then we got flags, Asta helmets, an RAD pole top. See, if you're looking for accoutrements, these are the kind of shows that you can come to and really find things at reasonable prices. Forgets. Just anything and everything is here. Oh, he stopped by at another one of the wonderful tables here at the Roberts Center. We run into my friend Robin here, who always has fantastic things, and this piece kind of caught our interest. It's a naval piece, even though it's in the style of a walking out bayonet. But it's really terrific. It's all double etched, and it has the name of the original owner. He was in kind of a candidate type class at this point, and the weapon was probably given to him as a remembrance of that ordeal that he went through to pass the exams and so forth. What's interesting too is his name appears to be Dönitz. Admiral Dönitz spelled his name with an O with an umlaut, whereas this is OE, but it was really the same thing in German. And then on the other side, it does say that it's in remembrance of a Übungszeit from 1896, which we understand is some kind of a school or a effort that they went through in the form of eventually becoming an officer. But it's really a lovely piece and quite rare. I don't remember seeing anything like this before. That's another reason it's fun to come to these kind of shows. You never know what you're going to run into or who you're going to run into. Oh, we're coming across another table here, and I don't know whose daggers these are, but the man has made a special effort to really present everything nicely. Basically, he has the same thing as everybody else does, but look how great it is. The way everything is even with a black background. All his tags are all measured. So sometimes if you just take a little bit of effort like this, it can make your things look the best at the show, even though they may not be. But there's some wonder, not that there aren't nice things here, but just the presentation can mean so much sometimes. It really looks beautiful. There's a great political leader Gorget up in the corner. Look how wonderful that looks. And then the medals in the front. Notice what he did with the belts. Every belt is exactly the same length, the way he has them wrapped and all. It just shows here's a guy that really cares about his stuff, and you can just tell that he only wants to sell good things, or you wouldn't do all that work. Shows a lot of character about the dealer. Well, we ran into Tony Caliendo here, and Tony's always got some interesting things. And this time we see something here that you don't see very often in this hobby. This is called an SG-42 bayonet, and it was made, I think, to be accompanied by a certain kind of machine gun or something that they made. Paratrooper, yeah. But what's really great about these, I mean, it has a pretty nasty blade, and usually you want to see them marked COF. But what's the real interest with them? They come with a pull-out slot here on the hilt, and then inside is a whole toolkit. I mean, this is really unbelievable. Look at all these tools. And some of these were meant for adjustments on the machine gun. I'm sure that was the purpose of them. And then I think all the tools are marked and all too, are they not, Tony?
Yeah, they're all marked by Robert Klaas.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, yeah. Apparently, Robert Klaas made the tools for Eichhorn, who made the bayonets. But you don't see these very often. Very, very few of them were made. Sounds like somebody's got a phone call. All right, we stopped by at my old buddy Walter Kanzler's here, and as usual, Walter's got some interesting things. And we see a wooden bust here. It has kind of a familiar face. Who is that, Walter?
Julius Streicher.
Ah, Julius Streicher. That's the guy walking around with a whip and sponsored Nuremberg and
He coined
printed
the
a
phrase.
paper.
He coined the phrase "Juden sind unser Unglück." Jews are our bad luck. And
Oh.
he had the
nice.
the newspaper Der Stürmer. He was the only Nazi that was hung that had no connection whatsoever with the concentration camps.
Just because he was a bastard.
Anti-Semitic, yeah.
Yeah.
Total
Yeah.
anti-Semitic.
And he deserved it.
Yes.
He deserved it. And we have a couple of Yule leuchters here too. These are the candles that Himmler
candle
loved,
holders,
and
yeah.
the candle holders, and they were given out at Christmas time. They were made in Dachau.
No, they were made at Neuengamme.
Oh, I see. Yeah, because
They were made at Neuengamme, which was a brickworks.
I see.
And that's the reason why you'll see from different years the different colors.
Yeah, one's darker, and
Yeah, lighter.
I've seen them more redder than that too.
Yes, also because of the clay that came in to be used to make the bricks.
It wasn't uniform then.
I've seen photos of them when they produced them. There was racks upon racks of them in the drying area.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Like a couple thousand of them
Yeah.
lined up on the racks, and they were made by inmates of Neuengamme concentration camp.
I didn't
Which
know
most
that.
people don't, yeah, everybody
didn't
thinks
know that.
Alak Dachau.
Yeah, right.
But the Yule-leuchters were made at Neuengamme.
See, collectors, we're getting the real scoop here. Walter's been
this-
around a long time and he knows these things.
As opposed to this is a absolute atypical, one of the most common Alak vases. You'll see it in plain white and in color.
Yeah.
It's got the typical Alak markings on the bottom.
And the
I think they
Alak
probably sold
markings
more
are,
of these. Yeah,
they're
intertwined.
really they're actually the Carl Diebitsch mark that he developed for
Yeah.
things that are suitable
Intertwined.
for SS use.
Yeah, intertwined SS runes and under the glaze. Always.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
you always
You
got to
want to
look
check.
for.
You can
Under
scratch
the
your
glaze.
finger over the glaze and you can feel that it is under. It's very important because they
That's
do
a neat one.
reproduce this stuff also.
Well, they try to, but nothing ever comes close.
No, really.
Nothing ever comes close.
That's really a nice one. I like that.
Yeah, yeah. The quality is always of the highest. They just did such wonderful work. And you go to the other end of the coin, whereas this is just a good old beer mug.
Just an earthenware.
You go today, and there'll be one in Nuremberg. It just won't say Reichsparteitag on it
Of course not.
for the party day. But this same mug is still available in Nuremberg.
Really, yeah.
Yeah. But this one was from the period of the.
Yeah,
of the
it's
time.
interesting. Well, thanks a lot, Walter. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Tom. Take care, folks.
Yeah. Remember earlier in the video I talked about how much presentation can enhance the looks of things, and this display that we see here is probably the best presentation you'll ever see. Just look at some of these things. We have a and a Knight's Cross with swords and diamonds here, along with the document, was awarded to an Oberleutnant named Hans Sumpf. Beautiful. Coming down further, here's a case of some really interesting things. A diplomatic medal with the case and the ribbon. There's a beautiful combination pilot observer's badge in the center. A mint gravity knife, chained NSKK, 25 Tiger, tank badge, and boy, look at those collar tabs. I assume they're Gauleiter. Very, very beautiful. And a little further down is a terrific SS display. There's a Waffen-SS general's cap there, along with a beautiful trumpet banner, a pennant, and that cuff title belonged to somebody that worked directly for Himmler. They wore those plain silver cuff titles like that. And then a little further along, an SS officer's M43 cap. Boy, what a rare thing that is. Along with a Himmler dagger. And another beautiful SS next to it, which could be a full room, I don't know. Some really very rare things here. Just outstanding things. And this is why it's necessary to come to shows, because even though you'll see things like this in pictures, you just can't beat seeing it in person and really getting a chance to talk to the owners, and it's a wonderful experience if you're a serious collector. So at a show like this, you can see things that go all the way from a basic WAM badge up to some of the things you've just seen. It's a remarkable experience. So we'll see you all next time. Thanks a lot for watching us.